Your face. Alright, Mum, thank you for coming back on the channel.
You're welcome.
Thank you. It's been nearly a year, you know.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, I know. How do you say the word chocolate?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Because that's quite an interesting way of pronouncing it, isn't it? Mm-hmm. You had just become a grandmother. Well, like, it was October 2019.
Oh, yes. So we were getting used to having a little grandbaby.
Yeah. And now you have a 1-year-old grandson.
He's so sweet.
Are you enjoying being a grandmother?
It's brilliant. I just love it. And he's so sweet. We look after him a couple of times a week.
Yeah.
And really, it's so nice. And we don't have the sleepless nights, so it's even better than being a parent.
Yeah, you've got the best of both worlds, haven't you, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice. And you said to me the other day that you didn't realise that before you had grandchildren or a grandson that it would be like having your own. You would care for them and love them as much as your own children.
That really took me by surprise. I wasn't that crazy about becoming a granny.
No.
But because some people do really want to, don't they? But as soon as he was born, it was so important, and you just worry about them and feel the same. It's funny, such a strong connection.
So before Freddie came along, you weren't actually that bothered. You weren't that excited to be a grandmother.
No, I was excited when they actually announced it, but before that, I wasn't thinking, can't wait to be a granny.
Yeah.
In fact, sometimes I said, I don't feel ready to be a granny yet.
Really?
But as the moment we knew a baby was coming, we were really excited.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
And you like being an uncle, don't you?
I love being an uncle. Yeah, it's lovely. I'd never really spent much time with babies. I always felt weird around babies.
Yeah.
Don't know what to say. You don't really get much of a reaction from them.
Absolutely, yeah.
But no, I love Fred. I love spending time with him. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
And he's learnt his first word as well, hasn't he? He's got a word which he says all the time. It's the only word he knows, and he says it until the cows come home. And he says, bird. He says, bud.
Dad.
Bud, and everything is now a bird. Like, he'll just point at you and say, bud.
Dad.
Anyway, so our Instagram followers have sent in some questions.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you some.
Yeah.
So this one's from Marina, my girlfriend. I didn't have a girlfriend when we last did the interview.
No.
Didn't have a girlfriend.
No,
so.
you were just about to meet her, weren't you? Because did you meet her in October?
November.
November.
Yeah, that's mad. So, girlfriend, my girlfriend, has asked you, if you were stranded on a desert island, what 3 objects would you take with you? It's a difficult question.
It's a really
You don't have to give
one.
an amazingly hilarious answer.
It's not funny at all. I'll tell you what I would take. I know.
Practicalities.
I would want a digital radio.
Digital radio, okay,
yes.
Right.
And another thing I was thinking about was a bed.
A bed?
Yes.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I could be comfortable.
Yeah, I guess there's no limit to the size of the objects you can take.
Yeah.
Sure. You can't take your house, though. I mean, don't...
No, but a bed's all right.
A bed's that's fine.
Obviously a bed
with...
with...
a blow-up bed.
No,
inflatable
a proper bed with... And of course it would be made with pillows and everything. That's a given. That's a given.
That's a given, is it? How are you going to wash your sheets out there and stuff? That's...
Oh, we don't need to think about things like that.
And also your digital radio, how are you going to charge it? So you're taking things there that it's going to end up being a nightmare. You can have this radio you can't use. You'll end up just calling it your best friend. I don't know, naming it Wilson or something.
No, it will charge from the sun.
Oh, it's a solar panelled radio.
Yeah.
Maybe they exist, I don't know.
Yeah, of course they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Right.
I was thinking a really good book, but then I'd get tired of it. But I do think maybe a huge volume of poems.
Okay. So in one book, just with loads of them.
Yes. like the Oxford Book of Poetry or something, massive volume, so I could
massive book of
plan my way through.
That's quite a good idea. Yeah. Does poetry? Do you find salvation in poetry? And peace?
Just occasionally when you come across a beautiful poem.
Yeah.
Like I did the other night. Marvellous.
Right.
Really be lovely.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Or maybe I could link it below.
Yes, it was
What's
A. Houseman, but we can look it up later and put a link to it.
How often do you cut your hair? Again, this is from Marina.
Oh, what, Marina again?
Marina said, how often do you cut your hair?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't cut it myself. I go to the hairdresser.
No. How do you have your hair cut? She should have said that. How often do you have your hair cut?
Yes. Not that often. It's about every 2 months because I like to see a difference. And if you go, they say go every 6 weeks, then I wouldn't see a difference. So I need to be a bit fed up with my hair to get it cut.
Yes, yeah. I always do the same actually. I let my hair get so overgrown and awful that I'm so fed up with it. God, it's terrible. But during the lockdown, you couldn't go to get your hair cut. So.
No, and it got worse and worse.
Yeah.
But it was such a happy day when I got it.
I remember you did an Instagram post.
Yeah, it was thrilled.
She did an amazing selfie. I've never seen you upload a selfie on Instagram. Finally, got my hair done. And when you go to the hairdresser, because it's really hard, sometimes even in your own language, describing how you want your hair, especially if you're learning a language and you don't feel that confident in it. How do you tell the hairdresser what you want them to do with your hair?
Well, it's kind of simple. She says, how much do you want off? And I say, 1.5 inches, 2 inches.
Oh, wow.
And a few layers. And that's it.
Right.
But she puts colour in my hair.
Okay.
And I let her decide what colours.
Okay. Have you ever been unhappy with the colour
No,
she's decided
I really like her. I think she's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she's got a colleague who speaks, she uses foul language, doesn't she?
Terrible language.
Doesn't she use the C word?
Oh, every sort of word. And a little bit racist.
Oh no, that's awful.
Yeah.
Who is she? Is she the receptionist or something?
Yeah.
The racist receptionist.
Yeah. But she's it's a bit weird because she was, the father of her children is a man of colour.
You can't decide how to say it. We need to be
colour.
politically correct. It's so awkward in England. We have to be so politically correct.
A man of colour.
A man of colour.
A man of colour.
Okay, a black guy.
Yeah, so
Black
she
man.
feels it's okay for her to say really racist comments.
Really?
Because her kids are, half...
Yeah, mixed race.
Mixed race, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so so you say take a couple of inches off.
Yes.
1.5 inches. Take a couple of 1.5 inches off.
Yes.
Could you say it in centimetres?
No,
you think that
I
would
say
be
in inches.
Would that be confusing for the hair? Because they use a metric system in Europe and many other parts of the world. If they would say, they might not know what an inch is. They might... An inch.
Because in English hairdressers, I'm sure they just deal with inches.
Okay, so you got to say inches.
The ones I know do, anyway.
And an inch is about that, isn't it? It's about that part of the thumb.
Yeah, 1.5 inches is a...
You've got a very bendy thumb, haven't you? Okay, so we're going to take a short break from the interview now to tell you about the sponsor of today's video. Back in a minute. So, Cambly is an online language learning platform where you can practice speaking with native English teachers from all around the world. You can prepare for exams, or you can even take one of their many online courses ranging from conversational English to professional business English. Cambly's motto is to learn English at the touch of a button. And they're not lying here. I have given their application a go, and you really can connect with a native English speaking teacher within 30 seconds. You browse through their teachers and see who is online at that particular moment, and then you connect with them. You click call and it will connect with that teacher. And as their teachers are from all 4 corners of the globe, you literally can practice your English at any time of day. It's 24/7. So if you go on holiday you've got no excuse not to practice your English when you've got this app. All of their teachers are fully qualified to help you with whatever your needs are in English, whether it's pronunciation, exam preparation, or simply conversational English. And every lesson that you take on there will be recorded, so you can re-watch the lessons and see all of the corrections that the teacher made for you, which is really, really useful. So if you think that Cambly could be useful for you and help you take your English to the next level, I recommend you give them a go. And I've left links to their mobile application and their website down in the description box. And as a special treat for being one of our subscribers and watching this video, Cambly are going to give you a discount code which gives you 32% off, or up to 32% off, on their monthly subscription plans. So just use the code REALTEACHERS10 when you sign up and you can get yourself a whopping great discount. More details about that in the description box, but for now, let's get back to the interview. Okay, this is really nice from Anya HG.
Yes.
I just want to say, your mum is amazing.
Oh.
How does she stay so positive? And there was a similar comment about, you know, how you stay so smiley and happy, or at least outwardly happy.
Well, I think, touch wood, because I'm quite superstitious, we've been very lucky in our family, with our children and all our extended family, our relations, and everyone's very loving and kind, and there haven't been major traumas.
No.
You know, of course there's always ups and downs, and you know, you certainly aren't happy all the time, but more than happiness, it's important to have peace of mind. And that's what I strive for, and my yoga really helps with that.
Right, okay. Do you find that you have a lot more peace of mind, day-to-day happiness now that you're a yogi?
Well, doing yoga completely settles my thoughts, and in lockdown, when it was so stressful and I felt very sad not seeing the little grandbaby.
Fred.
And yeah, but that was horrid. And it was lovely having Harry at the end of the road and the others around the corner. But I did really miss him. And the yoga, and especially standing on my head, really helped.
Really?
Completely. Don't know what I'd have done without it. It was so
Wow,
good.
so particularly that pose, would you call it a pose?
Yes.
Like standing on your head, that really settled you down.
Yeah, I think anything that takes you within and makes you concentrate, so you can't have your mind whirling around, is very, very beneficial.
Yeah, I remember. Do you remember 7 Years in Tibet, the film?
Yeah, I didn't watch.
Yeah, whatever. So Brad Pitt plays. Yes, yeah, I like Brad Pitt. Oh yeah, oh sexy. When the young Dalai Lama asks him, "Why do you like rock climbing?" he says, "Because he's completely concentrated on it. He's flowing, and there's no space, there's no time for negative thoughts, because he's totally immersed in it."
Yeah.
So I imagine you're kind of like Brad Pitt. Rock climbing, but you're standing on your head.
Yes.
And you've not seen that film. Rubbish. Oh, this is a really good question. What is your favourite English word?
Right. I really had to think about this, and because there are a few words that I love the sound of, and one doesn't use them a lot.
Not the C word.
But no, and I'll tell you what, I wrote them down.
Oh, fab. I wondered what that post-it was.
And the first word is culpable.
Culpable, right.
Which means that you deserve blame, guilty really.
Guilty.
Yeah, but I love it. It's such a good word.
Yeah. Do you like blaming people? Do you like...
Yeah, but in Spanish it comes in as well.
Culpable.
Tengo culpa.
Yeah. And the same word, culpable.
Yeah, it'll be a Latin word. And then my other word is sanguine, and for a long time I didn't really know what this meant.
Is that related to blood?
And it is related to blood, but it can mean confident,
Oh, wow.
hopeful, and also full-blooded.
Ah, wow. So I
And-
could say I'm a sanguine male.
Yeah, and in this, that was clever of you to realise, because that's from in the Spanish.
Yeah.
And
Sangre.
in this poem that I love, they describe the sky as ensanguine sky, and what it means is the red sunset
Oh,
spreading through the sky.
Wow. It sounds lovely, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
but I love that word sanguine, and they actually use it quite a lot on television.
Do they?
Yeah, and I quite often forget what it means and have to look it up.
Yeah. No, it's a beautiful word, sanguine.
Yeah,
And they said the sky is ensanguine.
ensanguine. So
Is
by
it
that,
like ensanguine, like from French? Is it?
yeah,
is it-
maybe I'm not quite sure, because we pronounce things like enslaved, don't we?
Yeah.
You know, that's
Mhm.
the way we pronounce it in
Ensemble.
English. Ensemble, not ensemble.
Ensemble.
Well, that's a bit French sounding, isn't it?
Yes.
Ensemble.
But sometimes we do say French words with quite a French
Yes.
pronunciation, like connoisseur,
But I don't. I'd say connoisseur,
sir,
not connoisseur.
connoisseur. Well, even so, yeah, okay,
Connoisseur.
yeah, fair enough.
Connoisseur.
Entrepreneur,
Entrepreneur, I'd say.
entrepreneur. Okay, right. Well, you're quite common. No, lovely words though, Mum. Really lovely words.
Thank you.
Oh, this is a really good one. You are quite a reader.
Yeah, I love reading.
Yeah.
Mm.
What would you say is one of your favourite characters from one of your favourite books?
Okay. Well, the books sometimes that meant the most were books I read when I was a child.
Right.
And probably quite a few people would have heard of Little Women by Louisa M. Alcott. And my favourite character was Jo. And
Right.
it's very famous. She was an American writer and wrote this set of books about a family
Right.
around the time of the American Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I adored this book, and through my life I've probably read it 30 times.
Right.
Just adored it.
And can I ask why you liked Jo so much from the other book
Because she was
you read?
a very spirited girl, and she was a bit naughty, and she had a lovely relationship with a boy who came to live next door, and they were such good friends, and it was just a lovely relationship.
No.
And she changed as she grew up, but it was lovely. I don't know, quite a touching character.
Did you feel like you identify with that character a little bit? Because you were a little
Yeah.
bit naughty, weren't you? You used to pour,
Yeah, and did things
glasses
wrong.
of milk on
Yeah.
your sister's head.
Well, a bottle of milk, actually.
a bottle of milk.
Pint. We were teenagers on our own in the house, and she was annoying me, so I went and got a pint of milk, and I just poured it slowly over her head.
Slowly? Oh my god, that's so evil. Are there any books that you've read that you would feel are suitable for an intermediate level learner of English, that were, good books, interesting books, but not too complicated in terms of vocabulary? Because it's quite hard to... I've not read loads of books, so many that I can recommend. I always say The Curious Tale of the Dog in the Night, because it's got nice, simple language.
Incident of the...
Curious Incident, yeah. That's a really good one, but I don't know if you know any other...
Yeah.
Or even children's books that are suitable for adults.
101 Dalmatians is
that's
a really...
classic.
Yeah, it's a classic children's story. And the language would be very, easy to understand.
Right.
And it just is an enchanting story, and people might know it from the kind of Disney film. And
Yeah. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good suggestion, yeah. I like that. All right, well, let's do one more question.
Okay, one more.
And this is an interesting question. Or maybe two.
No, one more.
Well, okay, one more question. One more question it is. If you could have a royal family member for a daughter or a son. Or a son.
Oh, okay.
But as they are now, not as a transsexual. If you could have any royal for your daughter or son, if you could adopt them, who would you choose?
Probably.
You can't say the Queen.
Probably Prince William.
Prince William. Okay, right. Why is that?
I think he's such a good, sort of trustworthy, honourable young man, and it's nice to think one day he'll be our king.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like me. Trustworthy, honourable, worthy of a kingdom.
Yeah, he doesn't really seem very similar to you.
Not in the way he looks, but yeah, character. No, I see what you mean. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for coming on, Mum. That was really fun.
All right,
that was
darling.
Lovely.
That's fine.
Give me a cuddle. That's a weird one, that. God. Mum wouldn't cuddle me for 3 months during lockdown. Unbelievable. And that's what I get.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram to get more day-to-day posts and stories helping you learn English in more dynamic and interactive ways.